Hello everyone, welcome to spine-tingling episodes on our channel. Today we've got a bone-chilling tale for you titled Chilling Cornfield Encounter, the Abandoned Church Mystery. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Now, let's get into the story. Henry had moved away with his family to this incredibly rural town in Michigan. But we had always managed to stay in touch. His family was deeply rooted in the country lifestyle, and I'd even go as far as saying they were a bit rednecky. So the move came as no surprise. They adored me, and I always felt welcome to visit. Now, at the age of 19, I was in college and Daniel was working for his dad. Their property was vast, and I had visited them before, so this wasn't my first time going there. It was a crisp fall weekend, and I was going to stay at Daniel's family home. His mom and sister wouldn't be around. It was just him and his dad. It was a long 4.5-hour drive to get there, with vast farmland and open fields surrounding them. To reach their property, we had to traverse a gravel road about 300 feet off the main road. I arrived to a warm welcome from both Daniel and his dad. They were already sitting in the backyard sipping on beers, and after carrying my bag inside, I joined them. Daniel was enthusiastic about all the off-roading trails in the area that we could explore using my Toyota 4Runner. I had never gone off-roading before, but I was up for the adventure. Daniel's dad grilled us some burgers, and then he was off to visit his friends. Daniel and I got into my car, and he guided me to a nearby trail, perfect for off-roading. By this time, it was about 6 o'clock, and we had just a couple of hours of daylight left. We spent about an hour exploring various trails not far from Daniel's house. When it started getting darker, we left the trails and got back on the road. The woods were even darker, driving through passing numerous farmlands, we came across an abandoned church-like building with a vast cornfield beside it. Daniel mentioned that he had driven past this place many times, but never explored it. Naturally, we decided to go back later, but Daniel suggested we use their mountain bikes to get there. His family had a collection of mountain bikes fully equipped with lights. He said it would be about a 20-minute bike ride, and both of us were into fitness, so we didn't mind the long ride. When we reached the abandoned building, it was pretty dark, so we brought out our flashlights. The overgrown grass and lack of any cars around made us cautious. We hid our bikes in the cornfield to keep them out of sight. The remaining daylight was enough for us to navigate without using the flashlights, and we didn't want to give away our presence just yet. We thought of capturing some cool, artsy shots of each other inside the building for our Instagram. The place was undoubtedly an old church. The shape of the windows confirmed it. We tried to peek through one of the windows, but it was too dark to see inside. I asked Daniel to pass me a flashlight. As soon as the beam pierced the darkness, we both noticed something strange in the pews. It looked like a person's head, hunched over, sitting with their back to us. Daniel speculated it was a mannequin, given its complete immobility. I, on the other hand, thought it was a drunk homeless person. We went to the front door, but it was boarded up and it wouldn't budge. Daniel used this as an argument that it had to be a mannequin, as there was no way a homeless person could get inside. However, I suggested we check other windows for a closer view. We walked along the other side of the church to the window that offered the best angle of what we had seen. But when I shone the flashlight through the glass, the figure that had been in the pew just minutes ago had disappeared. I told Daniel that he owed me money because I was right, even though it was still terrifying. He asked where the person had gone, and I swung the flashlight in every direction until we both spotted the man standing right to the left of the window. He didn't resemble any homeless person I had ever seen. The mannequin theory was also thrown out the window as he stood there, watching us. We both panicked and ran back to the cornfield, trying to find our bikes in the darkness. We avoided using the flashlights to avoid being seen. Suddenly, we heard a slam coming from the church, like a door shutting. Daniel said to be quiet because he heard sounds in the cornfield as if someone was brushing through the crops. But then, everything fell silent, No breeze, no rustling. We remained crouched in place, too scared to move. After a minute of silence, Daniel whispered, "Which way did we leave the bikes?" Just then, we heard the crops being pushed aside as if someone was running toward us. I yelled, "Go!" and we both sprinted out of the cornfield with crops smacking me in the face. At some point, we emerged from the cornfield into the open, and the pursuit seemed to stop. Daniel called his dad immediately, who came to pick us up. He wasn't the type of dad to get angry with us for trespassing or drinking. He was more concerned about the bikes. He said we did the right thing by leaving the bikes and running. The next day, he drove us back to the church, bringing his gun with him. We found the bikes, threw them in the truck, and were about to leave when we looked back at one of the church's windows and saw someone standing there. It had to be the same person. When he realized we had spotted him, he walked away from the window, giving us a chilling feeling. Daniel's dad, who was usually tough, decided it was time to leave, saying, "Let's get the hell out of here." We went to a barbecue place afterward, feeling relieved that we had at least reported someone squatting in the abandoned building. But who knows if that man is still hiding in that church, or who he was for that matter. It's a disturbing memory that still haunts us. That's all for today's hair-raising story, folks. We hope you enjoyed this thrilling adventure with us. If you want more spine-tingling tales like this one, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. And as always, give this video a thumbs up if it sends shivers down your spine. Have you ever encountered something eerie in an abandoned place? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We love hearing your stories too. Until next time, stay curious and keep your flashlights ready.